Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to ETS2. Well, there is our Scania 164. Now if you look closely, you can see that I made a couple very small modifications to it. I'm not sure if you can spot them. They're very subtle. After the debacle on the hill a couple episodes ago, I went ahead and made these changes. Now we're in Trondheim in Norway, and we're going to continue our journey. Not giving up. I have to tell you, fair warning, it's early here. It's 7:30 a.m. where I am. I've been up since about 4:30, quarter to 5, and it's really been a struggle for me so far today. I just did a farm simulator video, and I'm really fighting it. And I guess, part of me thinks, just call it a day. It's not like anybody's demanding this content. You can take a day off. But I feel on some level like I need to just push through this, as strange as that sounds. I feel like I need to, not that I need to do this, but I feel like I don't want to give up. I feel like I need to learn how to deal with this when it happens. And even on days when I don't really feel like making a video, I feel like I still need to. And I need to practice, I guess. I don't necessarily ever want this to be my job, but I need to practice doing this even when I don't feel like doing it. I know there are going to be days when I don't feel like doing it, like today. So this is good practice for me. Life lesson. Let's check the map. We're going to try to head north and continue to work our way toward Russia. And now every time I say that, I'm not, there's no political stance there. I'm talking strictly geographically. All right, that's got some potential right there. Fairly light though, pays well, but it's fairly light. And Finland, okay, that's a possibility. This one looks good. This pays well too. Stockholm, that's the wrong way. So we could take some papaya to Coca-Cola. That's right across there. It's right there. Wrong direction, wrong kind of trailer. Not long enough. Yeah, I think we're going with the papaya. Now, there is another, where was it? Amea. And then this is Vasa. There is one, wrong direction. Sorry if I'm, okay. Now there is something else. If we take this, we're not going to need to get on a ferry. If we take the papaya, we will. I do want to haul some tandem trailers, and I've not had good luck with tandems on the ferry. It can spawn you in the wall, and then you just flip around inside the ferry till you damage yourself beyond repair. I don't know if it's going to let me select this trailer when we get to the pickup point. Likewise, I don't know if it's going to let me select this trailer when we get to the pickup point. You know what? Fortune favors the bold, and I think my coffee's kicking in. So, we'll pick this job. If it lets us take a trailer, if it lets us pick a trailer, we just won't pick a tandem. If it doesn't let us pick the trailer, it doesn't matter anyway. Right, 33 kilometers. Lovely snowy day in Norway. Axle is up, wipers are on, lights are on. Full tank of gas, and we just woke up. So we are good to go. Yeah, I guess what I'm getting at, what I was saying earlier about I'm really not feeling it. Today's going to be just a crap day for me. Not because of how I feel, but because of what the day holds. I know it's not going to be a very good day. Some things going on that I wouldn't say that I'd like to avoid them, but they're just things that aren't much fun. So I need to get that taken care of. And that's going to take the better part of all day. So I'm kind of in not a bad mood. I don't know. I feel like when you're an adult, you don't really get to have bad days. That's not the way, I feel like when you're an adult, you have enough perspective that you really can't, particularly when I live in the United States, you live in a wealthy Western democracy, and you reflect on the fact that, and I think about this all the time, half the population of the planet lives on less than $1 a day. There's some perspective for you. And it's difficult when you think about things like that, or knowing things like that sort of in the back of your mind. When you know things like that, it's really difficult to whine. I know there are literally billions of people that would trade places with me in a heartbeat for things like clean water. I've got a faucet. Turn the faucet, clean, pure water comes out. I can just drink it right out of the tap. A lot of people don't have that. Law enforcement, regardless of what your opinion is about law enforcement, about cops, not getting political. We don't do that here. The portable gamer. It's not the political gamer, he's the portable gamer. So regardless of what your opinion is about law enforcement, you have to admit that if you have a problem, if your house is on fire, if you have arterial bleeding, somebody's breaking into your house, you can call the police, you can call 911, and they'll send help. It doesn't matter how much money you have, rich, poor, doesn't matter. They'll come and help you out. They may bill you for it later, the ambulance and so forth, but you get what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that around the world. Food, I got plenty of food. I'm blessed in every way, and I don't mean that in a religious context. I just mean really, what a nice life I have. So when you get to be an adult, when you know those things, it's sort of, I'm trying to think how I want to say this. It's like it almost takes effort to be in a bad mood. You need to think about the things that are kind of pissing you off, and then you need to take a minute and realize, they're really not that bad. And at that point, then you make a choice to continue being pissed off. It's like, I don't know if you've ever been around kids, 3, 4, 5 years old. You can see them, you know them well enough to see when they're getting wound up, fixing to pitch a fit. Oh dear. You clear? Okay, stop for me. You can tell when a toddler is getting ready to have a tantrum. And when they're at that point in their development, when you can say to them, hey, you're about to make a choice, right? You're trying to teach them how to control themselves. You tell them you're about to make a choice. Hey, you're about to, this can go either way. What are you going to do? And you can see sometimes they look at you and they think about it and they realize exactly what you're saying, and then they're like, you know what? F you, buddy. I'm going with the tantrum. And they do. So I feel like adults, we have the same choices. Typically we don't have tantrums. Hopefully we don't. But it's the same sort of choice. You think about it, you think, oh man, I'm so angry, I'm so pissed off, what a shitty day, I'm in a bad mood. Right? And then you think, no, hang on a minute. I guess it's really not that bad. Could be a lot worse. A lot of people have worse than me. I got nothing to complain about. I'm pretty lucky. I'll just get through it. It's not the best day, but whatever. A lot of people aren't having a good day today. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then you have to make a choice. You think, am I going to do that? Am I going to try to be cool? And you think, no, I'm going to go ahead and be an ass. And then you have your bad day. So it sort of takes effort, right? You need to overcome the reality of the fact that you really, sure, it's not a perfect day. Well, no day is perfect. So I guess that's another reason I'm doing this, is to sort of work through. Man, there are a lot of roundabouts in Scandinavia. Traffic is circling. So I guess I'm doing this to challenge myself, as always. You're going to hear that word a lot. I love challenging myself. So I guess what I'm doing here is sort of forcing myself to get it together, I guess. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, sort of forcing myself to get it together. And for some reason, I want you all there while I do that. I want to do that sort of publicly. It's a weird thing. It really is. This whole YouTube, I'm a very private person. I'm a very private person. And that may be another reason I'm doing this, is that I'm experimenting, sort of getting familiar with the idea. Yeah, we don't get to pick what kind of trailer we're taking. So we'll be fine on the ferry. Expires in 3 minutes. Okay, whew. See, a little something like that. Had I driven all the way over here, not all the way over here, took 5 minutes, but had I driven over here and the job has expired, it's just, this day, like from the minute I woke up, this day just will not let go. We're a little tight back here, and we're in kind of a big truck. Oh, it's really tight back here. Okay. Huh. Oh, don't hit the wall. How far is the wall? Oh, we got a few meters, a few feet. It's really slippery. I did put told you I did put the Frosty mod back on. The Frosty physics. Frosty mod we kept because we're in Scandinavia and we're celebrating the Winter Olympics or something, which I know they weren't in Scandinavia. We were in Lillehammer a minute ago. Now, first off, let's take a look at our truck. This is oh dear, that rack is like right up on that air conditioning unit. Okay, is there a way out over there? There you go, piece of cake. So we'll look at our truck, which is a thing that us internet fake virtual simulated truck drivers do. Is you got to look at our truck. That's a pretty good looking truck. I'll drive that. All right. In cab, max realism. Here we go. Oh, geez. 847 kilometers. Well, really hope you're in the mood to hear my voice, folks, because you're going to hear it for the next whatever ways. Part of that is ferry crossing. We will be able to sleep on the boat, but then I believe on the other side it's just very close. Once we get across, what is that? That's not the Baltic Sea, is it? What's that body of water? I'm not going to look it up. What's his name again? I'm not going to look it up. But if I did, well, if I looked it up, then I'd have the answer. Right. We're good there. We're good there. So basically what I'm saying is I'm expecting every aspect of this trip to be completely catastrophic in a heroic way. Even the fact that I don't feel like, I wouldn't say I don't feel like being here at all. I do feel like gaming. I always feel like gaming. But I don't really feel like talking for an hour. And I'm a little self-conscious after the past several videos that I made. I don't know if I feel like maybe the first 6 or 8 I was really focused, and then I started kind of I guess getting the hang of it. And I wouldn't say that I got cocky. Not hockey. Cocky. I wouldn't say that I got cocky, but I guess a part of me was like, oh yeah, piece of cake. I'll make YouTube videos all day. Oh, 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 hey, hey girl, how you doing? Oh, she's looking at me like, you gonna get out of my way? You gonna move right now? Look at that look. Look at her looking at me. Oh, all right. Now this guy. Yeah, I suppose there was a part of me that was thinking of it like, oh yeah, YouTube videos. Shoot, I make YouTube videos. I'll make a YouTube video in my sleep. I'll make a YouTube video drunk. I'm a pro. Which I guess is pretty much the literal definition of being cocky. So maybe take back what I said earlier about not getting cocky. Now what happened? Oh, apparently I hit something. All right. So, wow, there's a lot going on right now. Okay. So I guess I was getting a little cocky, and then the past few videos that I made, like the arc, initially I was very, very focused on quality and very focused on, doing everything just so. I still am, but I suppose not the middle, maybe 3/4 of the way, I've made 15 videos, so say 10 or 12 videos in. I was like, okay, I've cracked the code, I got this. And I knew I still had to concentrate and focus and try to do things right. But I felt like, I've got the formula down, now I just need to adhere to the formula every episode. And so I did. And then the past couple of videos have just been, like I said, they've been really not good. I mean, we had that incident on the hill, and it's not that I'm obsessing about it. I mean, I'm totally obsessing about it. I just took a wrong turn. Didn't add too many miles. It just added a couple of roundabouts. Okay. So the incident on the hill, I think it could have been funny. I think it could have been a learning experience. I think I could have whatever. I guess I got a little embarrassed, because there is, I'm not mentioning them by name, but there is a YouTuber that specializes in transport simulation. You know who it is. And I know I have a ways to go until I'm anywhere near that level of quality. Forget about viewers and subscribers. Even just to get to that level of quality, I've got quite a ways to go. But I guess there was a part of me that was beginning to look at the videos and think, oh yeah, okay, I see how you do it. And when I got stuck on the hill, I was really embarrassed and maybe a little defensive, thinking, oh, that cat wouldn't do this. And I had to edit. I said I wasn't going to edit, and then I had to edit when I pulled the Frosty physics mod out and reshot the ending. I didn't reshoot the ending. I just made an ending because there wasn't one. Couldn't get up the hill. And then the follow-on video to that. Oh, you know what? I never even posted that. I deleted it. Okay. Tell you what happened last night. So we made it to Oslo. I recut the video. I restarted the game without Frosty physics mod. I shot the ending. I finished the video. I shot the ending. You get what I'm saying. I made that happen without Frosty physics mod. Then I went in and reinstalled Frosty physics mod and upgraded the truck. And the reason I upgraded the truck is, my goal is to get the Madster MAN. And we could do that right now easily enough. We would just have to fast travel to Reims or buy a garage in any, done that twice now, same roundabout. I'm going to take damage. This is a long trip, and if I don't get myself together here, I'm going to take damage, and it's just going to, it's not going to sit well with me. So, I looked online, and there is no MAN dealer in Scandinavia anywhere. There just isn't one. So that's out now, because my new plan, come on buddy, thank you. My new plan was to go to an MAN dealer in Scandinavia and just trade in the 4 Series. And then when we get back to Reims at the end of our trip, we would jump in our other MAN that we already own, our base MAN, and just trade it in on a new, old Scania 164. And we'd have our 4-axle Madster MAN. Well, there's no MAN dealer in Scandinavia, so that's not going to happen. And we're not going to fast travel. That's not going to happen. So that means we're either going to finish the trip, well, either way, we're going to finish the trip in this 164. It's just a question of how is it going to be configured, and is it going to be miserable? Is it going to be a nightmare? Are we going to have more incidents like we had on the hill going up to Oslo? And the short answer is no, I didn't want that to happen. So I went ahead and upgraded the MAN, no, not the MAN, the Scania. What am I saying? I upgraded the Scania 164 that we're in right now. I added another drive axle and another steering axle. Extended the wheelbase. Fuel tank is significantly smaller right now. But we'll deal with that. Can't have everything in this life. Put a big sleeper cab on it. And then I bumped the motor from 480 brake horsepower to 580 brake horsepower. So we should be okay. Oh, and I put a stone guard on the windshield there. I don't want nobody cracking my windshield. And I'm figuring there are some rougher gravel and dirt roads in the area that we're going to. So that would be a sensible thing to do. Although for 580 brake, I feel like we're kind of struggling with 19 tons. Right, so I did all that in Oslo. Then I picked up a load, and we were going to take it to Trondheim. And it was a nightmare. This was last night. This was about midnight. I couldn't sleep. So first, I couldn't get the video started. I would, and what you do with OBS, if you don't know this, you start your game, and then you, not pause it somewhere, but for me, typically I start in a parking lot looking at the truck. So that's what I did. You get the game going, so you're in the parking lot looking at your truck. I clear all the windows off the screen, give it a nice look, kind of a thumbnail look, and then you tab into OBS, set your capture up, and start OBS, and then you click back on ETS2, and you begin your recording. Hey folks, welcome to the Portable Gamer. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I did that, I guess probably 6 times. And it's weird. I mean, I talk all the time. I'm in sales and marketing. I talk literally all the time. I'm a talking fool. And you have to be engaging, and you have to be funny, you have to be witty, you have to be, I gotta slow down is what I have to do. This is not cool. I've almost wadded this truck up many times, and we're not even 100 kilometers into this trip. I'm just going to slow down. Right about now, I'd like to slow things down with a song off our second record. Okay. I couldn't get started. I would get the game all set up. I'd go into OBS, get everything started there, go back, and then it just not freeze, but every time I came in, I would trip over my words, or I would say something dumb, or it wasn't working in any possible way. So after like half a dozen tries, I get that going, right? And then the trip is a nightmare. I'm hitting things, and it just wouldn't let up. So then, yeah, I can't find the right gear in this truck. So then, on the way up from Oslo to Trondheim, just as we're about to cross over the border into Sweden, the game crashes. So the first time it happened, right, there's some foreshadowing. The first time it happened, concentrating. The first time it happened, I kept OBS running, and I decided to embrace the fail. You know, I feel like I had that edit last video. I don't want to get in the habit of doing that. And I couldn't restart because I was a couple hundred kilometers out of Oslo. So I couldn't restart without pulling a save game out of my archive and you know, going back to Oslo, and then we'd have to redo the truck, and you get what I'm saying. So I just let OBS keep rolling, and I just, you know, tried to, man, I'm blowing it. I'm blowing it. Tried to just embrace the fail. I was talking about random stuff, and I was talking about vaping. Fortunately, the rig that I have, even with ProMods and, you know, 20 gig of mod trailers and mod trucks, literally, my mod folder, just what I have running, is 20 gig of mods against a 5 gig base game. That's only, hang on, let me do math. That's only 4 to 1. So it loaded fairly quickly, about 1.5, 2 minutes, but it was 2 minutes of just excruciating me talking to fill a silence. It was miserable. And I knew as it was happening, like, oh, this is just hopeless. So get back in the truck from the last save point, drive up the hill, game crashes at exactly the same place. And now I'm just, like, I'm coming out of my skin. And the shitty thing about being a Buddhist, I tell you, and I mean, this is probably not 100% unique to Buddhists. Maybe it's just unique to people that handle life a certain way, or maybe it's unique to all adults. I don't know. But one of the shitty things about the perspective that I have is I can get mad, but me getting really, really furiously angry, my outlet for that is to say, either to myself or maybe to my girl or to whoever. All right, I'm going to say it just like I really say it. You ready? All right. I'll say, you know, I'm really kind of furiously angry right now. I'm not sure what that's about. That's it. Like, that's my outlet. And it's weird that once you've, because I used to have a bit of a hockey temper. I admit it. I gotta own that. Gotta own who you are. And I used to have a bit of a hockey temper. And the thing is, I think I may get fuel here. Because this thing, with all those axles, this thing does have a pretty tiny fuel tank. And in the interest of avoiding a catastrophe later, I'll go ahead and get fuel here. If it's on my side. If it's on the other side, I don't feel like turning this rig around. Right. So, of course, it's on the other side. Yeah. Right. So, so the game crashes the second time, and you know, I have minimal response. Just I turn OBS off. I delete the video. It's worthless. I look online, and there's amazing support for ProMods. I swear there's a thread on everything. So I do a Google search for ETS2 ProMods game crash out of Oslo, and of course I find it. And the thread says there is a possibility, or a likelihood, I guess, that it's being caused by not just ProMods, because I mean, this is a ProMods area, so if you want to get rid of that game crash, just don't use ProMods, because it's a ProMods area. If ProMods isn't in the game, you can't go to that area, and you'll never have a crash at that point on the road, because you won't be on that road, son. But that's not really a fix. And then the other thing is that there is another mod, which I'm also running, and I won't say the name of that mod because it's a fantastic mod, and I would never want to say, oh yeah, you know, I'm having a problem with this mod, or this mod is causing a crash, and then I sound like I'm bad-mouthing it, or it's, you know, something else that's going on with my setup, or it's a graphic setting, or it's just whatever, just bad luck. And I'm saying like, oh yeah, this mod is, you know, causing a crash outside of Oslo, and I mean, nobody sees these videos. Nobody's watching anything I'm doing right now, so it's not like, there's going to be a big internet controversy. How dare you say my mod is hot? You know what I'm getting at. But I still don't, so I won't say the other mod that's listed as a potential cause. But the fix is you can either remove that other mod, which I'm not going to do because I love it, or you can remove ProMods, which is not a solution because we can't get to Murmansk if we don't have Murmansk on our map anymore. And then the third solution, I'm not joking, on the thread it said just keep restarting the game and driving up that hill. Eventually you'll be able to make it. And I think, okay, well, that's a solution of sorts. So I did. And now I'm past that bad spot. But I'm all pissed off, and it's just a nightmare. And when I say that, I'm fully aware that it wasn't actually a nightmare. That's a pretty pedestrian thing to have a nightmare about. Ill will? Really? Are you sure it was a nightmare? Are you sure it wasn't just kind of a pain in the ass? Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. It wasn't a nightmare. I'm being overly dramatic. So I start making my way to Trondheim, and I think, well, I've got 350, 400 kilometers to go. And I started thinking, we said we were going from, we're making said we were making a big loop, and we were going to head northeast from Bergen, and now here we are making our way northeast. We were in Oslo, and then next thing you know, we're in Trondheim. Well, how did we get from Trondheim to Oslo? And again, nobody's watching these videos closely enough that they care. I mean, it's not like, right? It's not like people are doing forensics on my YouTube videos, going over it like the Zapruder film, frame by frame. Like, now you can clearly see here he's in Oslo. And then immediately, magically, he's in Trondheim. Clearly it's a conspiracy. No, it's not that big a deal. So I turned OBS back on, and I fought my way through this video, and then at the end of it, I get done with it, and it's just a nightmare. It's horrible. And even the ending, the closing, it's telling me to go up this ramp and then back down. But it looks like we can go straight through. It does this sometimes, and I don't know why. It sends you on a bit of a, that's all right. It sends you off the highway. Tangentially, what else will happen, particularly in Germany, is it will send you onto the, I guess, not the feeder road, but the highway splits, and you have now parallel lanes going the same direction. The outbound lanes, or outboard lanes, the slow lanes are the lanes for traffic using the exits getting on and off, and the inboard lanes, the fast lanes, are sort of the express lanes, so you don't have people merging into fast traffic, right? Well, SatNav will send you over there, and then it just brings you right back onto the highway. It sends you over there for no reason. But you can't always tell the level of zoom that I have on the SatNav right now. You can't always tell. There are times when you need to be in the exit lane on the other side of the divider, sort of over the divider from the express lanes, because you're going to be getting off at an exit. You can't tell that when you look at the SatNav and see the interchange, see the exit coming up. You don't know that you need to be over it. And I swear I get it wrong so often. I will think to myself, it's going to send me right back onto the highway. I won't get over there. And, right, am I saying that right? It's telling me to move over, and I say, no, it's fine. And then once I get over there, I realize I needed to be there to use the exit. And then just the opposite happens. It'll tell me to stay straight, and I do, and then you get what I'm saying. It's just, I'm learning my German freeway exits. So, yeah, that's what it did just a few minutes ago. It told me to get off, but I didn't need to, and had I gotten off, I would have just got right back on. But if we were in Germany, had I not got off, then it would have, there would have been a blockage in the road or something. You get what I'm saying. What the hell was I talking about? Right, going to Trondheim. So I just fought with it the whole way up. I fought with the video the entire way, and even the way that I signed off was just an idiot. Really not. As soon as I stopped, I deleted everything. But now we were in Trondheim, and I debated reloading a save game. Fuel, no fuel. Well, momentum says no fuel for you. Yeah. So, all right. Needed to be slowing down for this town anyway. This is what I mean. I shouldn't be here today. I shouldn't be simulation gaming. I should be in bed. Right. So I delete the video and I go to sleep. I didn't sleep well. I woke up 4:30, 4:45. And I'm going to have a busy day today, so I needed to get a couple things knocked out. I did my farm sim video, same thing, sort of picking up where I left off yesterday, just not good, just really not good. And got done with that. It's posted private right now, I'm going to review it, and I may delete that. And then I thought, well, let me knock out this one more truck vid. That'll take an hour. It's going to take more than an hour because it's a long trip. And I don't think we have any damage yet. We better not. Okay. We don't have any damage yet. But this trip is, don't hit a cop. I'm just fighting it every step of the way. I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's fun in a masochistic sort of way, like, hey, look what I can do to myself. I swear if this game crashes, I'm coming unglued. But it's sort of fun in a masochistic way, if you're into that sort of thing, which is fine, I don't judge. I'm kidding, I do. I totally judge. Everybody says they don't, but they do, and I do. What's his name again? What am I talking about? Self-abuse. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's fun. I mean, I always enjoy driving the truck, but I don't know why I'm making a video. Probably because if I don't fight my way out of this loop, next thing you know, we're going to be in Murmansk, and gee whiz, what happened to driving across Scandinavia? You seem like you may have skipped a step in the middle there. And the reason it would seem that way is because every video was going so badly that I just deleted them. So I feel like I have to fight my way out of this. Man, John Law. It's all over Iceland, all over Sweden as well. So that's what's going on, and I'm going to need to rest soon. So what I'll do is probably next gas station I will have to stop and rest because we're about to start yawning. So I will stop and rest and get fuel. I'll take a look at OBS while we're there, and if we're in a good place as far as the video, then I will just cap it right there and we'll pick it up again leaving from that rest stop. If the video is not at length yet, and I try to go about an hour, then we'll just keep recording. I also realized this landscape, particularly coming from Iceland, because remember we were in Iceland for 3 or 4 episodes, and it's pretty bleak up there. I think this landscape may be kind of pissing me off. Like maybe we should be in sunny Italy, down on the Mediterranean coast or something. I guess, man, I'm an idiot today. Isn't all of Italy the Mediterranean coast? Yeah, pretty sure it is. Let me recall my high school geography. Okay. So I'm seeing a town here. I'm not seeing any stuff. I'm not seeing any, buildings. I'm not seeing any garages. I'm not seeing anything. There we go. So we can at least get fuel. When we get a little closer, we'll see if we've got a rest stop back there as well. There's a little bit of perspective on the map. And sometimes the rest stop icon hides behind the fuel icon. Right. That was unnecessary. Let me see. Lift axle. Lift axle. Now, if we sleep at 2 in the afternoon, we're going to wake up at what? Midnight? And then once again, we're going to have a nighttime video. And now I can't see the light. And it's not where we're going anyway. It's sort of off the, you know. Pardon me. That one snuck up on me. I do have a dump button now. I'm so pleased about that. I haven't. I just didn't use it there. All right. All right. Well, there's no rest stop where the fuel is. All right. This is when I get myself in trouble. When I push my luck. Brakes, 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 brakes. Oh. How did I not get a ticket there? How far out into the intersection am I? Far. That's pretty far. Right. So yeah, just European self-abuse simulator today. They're kinky like that. I've been to Holland. Right, see, now I'm going to get demonetized because I'm implying that Dutch people are into, you know, some freaky shit. It says I can swear occasionally. That's a little vague. What does occasionally mean? We're sitting at this red light. I'm going to take a quick tug on the vape. And our flavor is raspberry chocolate truffle. And I say that to anybody who may have asked. Even though it's not a live stream and I can't tell if you did or not. Right, I see another traffic circle up here. Scenery, loading, loading. And we don't crash. Okay. Game. Game. Okay. I think, no, I thought for a minute we were going towards Stockholm, but we are absolutely not going towards Stockholm. Now, I also realized I have a meeting not too very long from now. And I think by picking this long job, I've run myself short, and I won't be late for that meeting. But I won't be on time for it, which I guess is actually the literal definition of being late. Yeah, I won't be late, I just won't be there on time. Yeah, well, then you'll be late. Oh, come on, Dave. Come on. And I have had my coffee. So I can't even blame that. Right. Definitely need sleep now. Maybe we can sleep in harness sand. I was just thinking, it would make life easier if everything was written phonetically. Oh, 90 kilometers an hour. I'm gonna wad it up, I promise. That's too fast for these conditions. Everything needs to be written phonetically. It would make communication a lot easier. That's what we should do. And then I remember, oh yeah, we tried that with the whole Esperanto experiment. Esperanto? Esperanto? Esperanto. You know what I'm talking about. The universal language. They tried that in the 70s, didn't they? Whole kind of brotherhood of man thing. Didn't work out too well, as I recall. So maybe we'll hold off on phonetically spelling all place names. Or, I guess another way to say it would be, it's already spelled phonetically, it's just spelled phonetically in Swedish, which I don't speak. Alright. No fuel and no sleep here. What's going on up there? No red light, just slowing down. Oh, there is a red light behind a truck. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to fight my way through this video. I don't care what it takes. Speaking of coffee. Oh, son of a... I just reached over for my coffee cup, and it's completely empty. It is just after 8 a.m. And one part of me thinks, well, things can only get better. And then another part of me thinks, no, you've got another 16 hours of this to deal with. Oh, get your motor running. Guy was wearing a vest. That's how they get down in Sweden. All right. Okay. I could look at the map and see where the next town... there's my yawn. That's my first yawn. I could look at the map and see where the next town is, but it doesn't matter because we're just going to drive to it. It could be 50 kilometers, it could be 500 kilometers, it doesn't matter. We have to drive to it now. We're going to go third person and take a look around. I believe we're crossing a fjord. All right. Turns out you can't see anything, it's just fog. Okay. I'm guessing, I haven't looked, I think it's got to be at least... Oh, brakes. Oh, brakes. I'm guessing it's got to be close to 40 minutes we've been recording. So I think when we get to a place to sleep, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video there, because we've still got a ways to go. Probably another half an hour, even just right from here. I know, sweetie, we're getting you. We're going to get you in your little bed. You can get some sleep, okay? Relax. Yeah, it's at least another half an hour just from here, and we've already been recording, I think, for at least half an hour. So when we pull into sleep, we'll cap it there for the day. We just turned red. So we've got a few fines. We'll have a few fines to pay, and then we'll fall asleep while we're driving. Don't know if you've ever seen that. It's incredibly frustrating because it's given you so many warnings, or at least in my case, it's given me so many warnings. I realize I have nobody to blame but myself, and then the game just, the screen goes dark and the controls stop responding, and when you wake up, you can be any number of horrible things could be happening when you wake up. You could just be kind of rumbling along the side of the road. You could be heading for a stone wall at 100 kilometers an hour. But it's never, sometimes it's not really a very bad thing at all, but it's never a good thing. All right. There we go. Now we need that to be, well, it's a town, so hopefully there'll be some places to sleep there as well. But there is, at the very least, there's some fuel. It's looking like a decent-sized town. So I think I see a traffic circle. Get the axles up. I don't want to. I know. I don't want to. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get fuel, and while we're getting fuel, we're going to look at the map. Right. Okay, we'll get fuel, look at the map, see if there's a place to sleep in this town. If there's not, I think we're screwed. I think I've put myself in an impossible situation. We'll see. Okay, map. Sure enough, yeah. Okay, so at the roundabout, we'll go into Willie's and we'll get some sleep. Hope we can make it. We should be able to. Going forward. Here we go. Think we're going to be okay. I hope. And then, like I said, we've got about, I figure, looking down at the sat nav and the HUD, I typically estimate 3 to 4 minutes of real time per hour of game time. So it's saying we have 8 hours to go drive time, and I would estimate that's about 25 minutes plus parking and anything else that happens along the way. I'm going to say we've got at least half an hour to go, and I don't have that kind of time this morning. So I'm going to wrap it here. I think that we're close to an hour anyway. We have to be. So we'll call it there, and then we'll pick up there Next time, we'll pick up from there from next time and continue heading north. But we'll get this back on track. I need to get the videos back on track. Like I said, I'm feeling sort of like I lost my mojo. But I'm also feeling like I need to get this day back on track too. And I guess that's why I did this, is rather than not giving in, that's way too strong a word, but you know what I mean, rather than booty trap, you know what I'm trying to say, rather than just sort of surrender to the day. I'll listen here, day, I'll show you what time it is. I'll make a truck video. Oh. Oh, that just happened. That just happened. Okay. All right, I'm gonna end it there. I'll sort this out off screen. It's 8:30 in the morning. I can't start drinking at 8:30 in the morning, but it's possible that I have to right now. That I would never want to end a video this way, but I'm about to. Folks, thank you so much for coming to see The Portable Gamer. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of ETS2. We'll see you next time. Take care.